Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. As you guys can see right there on your screen, we have a Scizor GX deck this time around. A very different one from what we are used to, I would say. But I'd imagine this deck has some potential. Like in theory, it seems like it has potential against Zork and against Buzzwole. It probably loses to Rayquaza quite badly though. Because I don't know if it offers enough pressure against Rayquaza, and you can never one-shot Rayquazas. So, and Rayquaza can't one-shot you. Like, they can't play around the ability. So, we have Scizor GX, 210 HP. Stage 1 Metal Pokemon, which right now is really good because there's basically no Fire Pokemon being played whatsoever in the format. So, it's like you don't have any weakness. And then we have Danger Perception, where if this Pokemon's remaining HP is 100 or less, its attacks do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Its attack Steel Wing deals 80 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attack. So you basically become a huge tank. We're not playing any choice bands here. We're trying to make Scizor GX as longevous as we wanted to survive. We wanted to survive as long as it can, and it has some disruption, it has healing, and it's super straightforward, as KDC is mentioning. So that's my idea behind Scizor GX. 2 energy requirements are not a big deal, honestly, so I'm not running Elixir. I could be, and it might be necessary, but I'm not running Elixir here. I'm running 16 total energy, so I'm hoping I won't miss energy at all. And we'll be able to power up multiple Scizors using Steel Wing. Yeah, that's the idea. We also have the Crosscut GX attack, which is potentially very useful because it deals 100, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, then this attack does 100 more. I did not consider Baby Celesteela because, as I said, I'm not running choice bands, and therefore the 160 damage comes up very short of being significant at all. So if I were running a choice band more aggressive, 1 KO centered version, then I would consider it. However, I chose Duskmane Necrozma as my non-GX attacker, since with Dusk Shot you actually have a chance at weakening a few Pokemon or finishing off something that Scizor GX wasn't able to. And if you manage to power up all the way up to Rusty Claws, you do get that potential win condition where if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining, this attack does 100 more damage. Realistically, I should be running 2 Duskmane Necrozmas for me to accomplish that. So maybe that's something to consider, actually. Because otherwise that would mean I would have had to given up a Scyther at some point. Supporters wise, we're not running any Sycamore to not discard anything. We're running 4 Cynthia, 2 N, 4 Guzma to target down the right Pokemon, triple Copycat, because our hand size should be quite small in many instances, so Copycat allows us to recover resources, and we have double Acerola. Now in terms of item cards, we have 4 Nestball to make sure that we can search for our basic Pokemon and get those Scythers into play as ASAP. We have triple Evo Soda to evolve into Scizor GX. We have triple Enhanced Hammer to deny resources. We have triple Life Herb to heal. Life Herb for a flip. You heal 60 damage and you remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. So being a non-supporter heal card is really nice. And finally we have 4 Metal Frying Pan, which when attached to a metal Pokemon, it takes 30 less damage and has no weakness. Like I said, the weakness part is quite irrelevant, honestly, at this point in the format. However, reducing 30 along with Scizor GX's Steel Wing reduction is really nice, right? Because we're essentially reducing 60 damage. And Delmice could be a good option, Kevin. However, I don't want to start including like support Pokemon and float stones and whatnot, because then that messes up with the straightforwardness of the deck and the use of resources such as Life Herb and Enhanced Hammer and triple Parallel City. 16 basic metal energy round out the deck, and so let's jump into a ladder and see how we can deal or how we can do with this Scizor deck. So I'm very skeptical about the deck. I think it has potential. I think it should destroy Zork potentially, especially if you get to go first. However, We'll see. I did see a fire type for my opponent, so this is probably Macargo, Macargo with Oranguru, I would imagine. I'm now hoping we have a good matchup against that. I would expect this to have a good matchup against Macargo. You've been playing Scizor at locals. It's not too bad. Yeah. I mean, I can see how Scizor is appealing. I just don't see too much synergy between the two. Like the middle typing doesn't offer any coverage against Zorak weaknesses. Zorak's extra draw doesn't really offer too much in the way of Scizor GX's ability or anything, so that's why I'm a bit skeptical of that combination, and that's why I decided to try out the more straightforward approach with Scizor GX, pure Scizor GX, yeah. And these like quad Scizor GX decks have actually had success in the past, so there's merit to that as well. I think my opponent's gonna get, he's gonna get at least 2 mulligans, if not more. Right? He's gonna get at least 2 mulligans, if not more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mulligans for my opponent. And we're going second, which is actually pretty scary, especially since we don't have another Scyther. We'll see though, we'll see. My play turn 1 might be to Guzma attached to something that we can... no, it's probably going to be N. My opponent does start Macargo though, or Slugma though, which is good news, I guess. It's actually good news. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe this does need max elixirs. Especially if you go second, this might need max elixirs. You know? Okay, so my opponent does actually decide to retreat into Zorua and discards a DC whilst he's had it. So I think my best shot at surviving this is probably to do this. And I think... oh, okay, I can twin play. Oh, that's awesome. Twin play is actually awesome. We see that I have 2 Scyther and... I mean 2 Scizor and 1 Scyther priced, however. Yeah. Okay. We see a Cynthia. We see double Zork. So my opponent really digging for that Floatstone. He gets the first parallel off, which is not ideal, and gets a Macargo. So this is going to be a KO for my opponent, I assume. Yep. Wow, he had everything. He had the Floatstone before the smooth over. Jeez. This is actually really bad. Maybe I should have end. I generally probably should have end here. Okay, so I'm gonna lose the Scyther, which is understandable. And I mean, I might as well force my opponent to have to play a Kuzma, right? The Nest Ball here will get me the Dustmane, and this will get me a Scizor GX. I think I have to evolve the bench to force my opponent to a Kuzma. really sucks that I have to dig for an energy with the end here though. And at least I don't whiff. And I get an enhanced hammer off of this, which is good. The issue is I don't get anything else though. And just the one energy. Oh gosh. Has to go into the Scizor, right? And then I think I just pass. Yeah, this deck is probably, I don't know. Ending into a dead hand, not ideal. Ending into a dead hand. Oops. Heading into a dead hand. Okay, so my opponent is gonna lead with the smooth over. He's gonna lead with a smooth over. And then trades away the blower. Okay, and my opponent will go ahead and target down the Scizor. Okay, so I have another one of these. If I flip heads here on Life Herb, it's gonna be insane. Yes, we flip heads. That's so cool. Okay, gonna evolve. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna attach evolve, and this is where things get slightly interesting. We're gonna be able to Steel Wing. My opponent has discard all 3 field blowers, so finding a Metal Frying Pan would actually be very good. One card being parallel in her hand is not great though. But at least this buys us time, which is good. This buys us time, because now my opponent is dealing at best 90 damage. And if he does damage me, then I will be able to Steel Wing for a KO on this Zorg, which is good. And then we're gonna see a double puzzle. Yeah, well, after the max potion, definitely not gonna be able to KO the Zorg. Unless I top deck an energy and I can crosscut GX. Yeah, that is an option. That would set me a little bit behind though. My opponent does have the... Wow, he plays Team Fleur Grunt and Plumeria. That's actually insane that he plays both. That is actually insane that my opponent plays both. I hope I top deck a Copycat here. That would be great. That would actually be great. Okay, so 90 damage there. I do top deck a metal, and I will be able to Steel Wing for a bit of damage. If I top deck another metal, then Dustmane can finish this guy off unless he heals. But yeah, things are not looking great here. We do see an Acerola. Falling behind in the energy drops is what costs this deck badly. Okay, there we see the Raichu speeding. So I basically need a metal energy here. And not even. I need a copycat. That's not a copycat. However, I mean, I'll pressure, I guess. Not doing too much here, though. I've top decked metal energy 3 turns in a row. Okay, my opponent is actually gonna Guzma here. I think I'm gonna concede at this point. Everyone has way too much control over me at that point, and it basically comes down to the energy drops. After I saw he discard the Plumeria, and Bas Andre, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for choosing to subscribe. As I was saying, after my opponent had the Flare Grunt, like after I saw the triple Field Blower and the Plumeria down, I generally thought I had a chance, but not when you're dead drawing. Yeah. Drowaban, we're playing straight Scizor with only one Dust main. So it's basically pure Scizor GX. Pure Scizor GX with one Dust main Necrozma. That's what we're playing right now. Which it might not be too good. Might not be too good. Okay. Oh my gosh. So no draw for us. No draw, at least we are going first. At least we are going first, and we're up against an Yveltal deck. Okay, so this is probably, or I'm hoping it's going to be a good matchup. I think I'll play the Parallel first. He probably, oh no, he must be playing Shrine of Punishment. That's so dumb. I should not have played the Parallel. When I saw Yveltal, I was like, okay, Shrine of Punishment. And I need to hold the Parallel, and then I go and I play the Parallel. I should have held on to that Parallel. 100% I should have held on to that Parallel. I didn't bench the Scizor because my active Scizor is at no risk whatsoever here. Ooh, my opponent's actually playing BKT-on and Shrine of Punishment? That's interesting. Okay, goes for the Elixir, he whiffs, he's gonna hit for 50, which is fine. Then I'm gonna get 3 more damage counters off of BKT-on. I should have held onto that. CLE Parallel CD, but oh well. I do have this, and I do have this, and I'm gonna Steel Wing. No need to bench the Scizor. Benching the Scizor just means either we lose an energy to retreat into the Scizor for Guzma, or we get stuck there. Yeah, and my opponent is playing Hoopa. Oh boy, my opponent is playing a Hoopa. Decides to switch out into the other Yveltal. How are we going to beat that Hoopa with the Dust main? That's the only way here. My opponent will Synthium. Does my opponent play Field Blower? That's a good question. And there it is. Immediately there's the Field Blower. How many Field Blowers does he play then? It's another good question. Is he an energy switch? Oh wow, is he going for Oblivion Wing? Or for Darkness Blade rather? Yes he is. Goes for Darkness Blade, the damage does get reduced and flips tails. However, we're just gonna be able to get a knockout here. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. Or not. I will play that. And I believe I will bench this guy, and now my Steel Wing, due to my ability, is dealing 160 damage. So my opponent loses the Yveltal. He will be forced to promote the Hoopa, and that's gonna bring us to a stalemate here. That's gonna bring us to a stalemate at this point. You're gonna see a Nest Ball for another Yveltal. decides to attach energy to that Yveltal. But that's like a waste. Like, he attaches energy there, he's gonna promote it and attack to power up the Hoopa. So essentially he loses an energy and a prize to get an energy. If he just attached the energy to a Hoopa, that would have been better. That would have 100% been better for him. Yeah, so that play makes no sense. Attaching energy to Yveltal to get an energy onto Hoopa means he loses this prize, and wow, he actually chose to attach. Wait, what? Okay, that's fine. We do find that the Tablemon is actually available to us, and we did price to one energy. One energy is still priced. That's completely fine. We're gonna copycat here, and we're gonna try and heal up. We failed yet again. Very sad day for us. And like I said, we're gonna be at a stalemate, and the enhanced hammer is actually gonna help us. My opponent's Hoopa will only be dealing 20 damage as long as we have a metal frying pan. So this could come down to decking my opponent out. It could come down to finding a Tablemon and powering it up to make sure that we can KO that Hoopa. We're gonna two-shot the Hoopa, but at least we get a chance to KO it. But it's gonna be tough. It's definitely gonna be tough. Definitely gonna be tough. We get the link with it, that's fine. Generally not a big deal. What was the link with it stadium? The Po-Town? Yeah, the Po-Town. Okay. All we do is Steel Wing here. Steel Wing until we actually get something. We're gonna see a Kuzma, that's fine. So my opponent will hit me for Baleful Knight 120 damage, correct? And then that activates my ability. And once again, because of the metal frying pan, he doesn't get a knockout. And then, with this, we just Steel Wing for the KO. We get 6 damage counters back, yes, but my opponent has no follow-up to this. He's just giving me prizes for free. He's just literally giving me prizes for free. Throw one, podría ser. No es una mala idea. Sputix, ¿qué hace el Scizor? Scizor deals 80 damage and you reduce 30 damage. And then if Scizor has 100 HP or less remaining, you deal 80 more damage. And once again, my opponent really wants to get KOs. My opponent is very desperate to get KOs. And once again, he's gonna Oblivion Wing to get an energy onto the Hoopa, which I don't understand. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the energy. And perfect. So with the Nest Ball, I'm gonna find the Tablemon and I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna get another prize. And now with the Tablemon, or with Guzmas, there are enough Pokemon for us to win this game. But like I said, attaches energy, Oblivion Wings onto a Hoopa. If you just attach to the Hoopa and promote that, you get the same effect. You have the 1 energy on the Hoopa, and you don't lose a prize in the process. 2 energy, that's perfect. That's all we need. That's all I want so that my Tablemon can KO the Hoopa. And thanks to Metal Frying Pan, Tablemon can actually take 2 hits. You know, gonna Steel Wing, no damage, but I do reduce 60 damage, so he only hits me for 20. Okay, never mind. With the Kukui, my opponent finally gets a Scizor GX KO. However, we have the Tablemon. We don't have a great hand. after that, but the Rusty Claw's pressure will get to my opponent. I just wish Dusk Shot was 60 damage to any Pokemon. Like 60 to a GX, 30 to a non-GX. That would be perfect. That would actually be perfect. Elixir, Ultra Ball. Tapu Koko. Another Ultra Ball. We could just win by deck out potentially at this point. We could actually just win by deck out. And we're gonna see a Cynthia. And we're gonna see a Cynthia. I mean, I guess I'll attach. Ooh, wait a minute. No, this is fine. I'm gonna Rusty Claws. Yes, my opponent gets to keep the energy, but that's fine. That's fine, because now we just win with Steel Wing or Crosscut GX. Yeah, now we just win. There's no way for my opponent to KO both Pokemon at this point. So we should have the game won here. We should have the game absolutely won. Ooh, never mind. Gonna see a counter catcher. Oh gosh. Never mind. Now we actually don't have the game won. My opponent retreats, gets a knockout here. Does he? Yeah, he does. Uh-oh. I need a huge top deck. I actually need a huge top deck here. Okay. So that's it. Wait, did my opponent... Jeez, I can't believe we're gonna lose. And he flipped tails. My opponent actually flipped tails. I mean heads. So he just does 100 minus... Oh no, you survived by 10. We actually survived by 10 HP. Never mind. Oh, that's a field blower. That's gonna be the game. Oh, and he had the Yveltal break as well. So why do you play the... Oh boy. Yep, that's a game. We got benched up. We had this game. The double tails flips also didn't help us. Right? The double tails flips also didn't help us, but the counter catcher, if we had found one more Scizor, we would have been fine. And Fire Eyes, thanks so much for the follow. Okay. Moving on. I would like to go first. Thank you very much. There's the Scyther. And wow, I think this is a mirror match. This might actually be a mirror match, and one where we didn't mulligan too much. One where we actually didn't mulligan too much. Why no Lele? Because you don't want to start anything other than Scyther. You don't want to start, you want to start with a turn 2 Scizor GX. That's all you want. I don't think I Cynthia here. So no Tapu Lele because you want to start Scyther, turn 1, attach into Scizor GX, turn 2, start pressuring. That's the plan. Yeah, that's a plan. Now we are up against a, I believe, Ultra Malamar Necrozma deck, Ultra Necrozma Malamar deck rather. So this is not going to be great for us. This is really not going to be great because Malamar can build up to a one-hit KO. Yeah, so the Parallel CDs are gonna be the main way we deal with whatever my opponent has. He is playing Switch and Acrobat though, so not the standard Malamar list, or not the standard Ultra Necrozma list rather. We're gonna see a Lele for a Bridget into Inkase, or a Lele into Lily. So not the most standard way of playing here. Alter, I think my opponent's probably playing a post-rotation Malamar list, hence the Altar. Yeah, there's an Inkase. We're gonna see a huge Lily here. This is 100% post-rotation though. This is 100% post-rotation for sure. I don't know why people are playing post-rotation so early though. And my opponent decides to retreat. I don't mind the Dawn Wings. I'm gonna evolve. And then we'll Cynthia. Parallel CD would be awesome here. Basically our Scizor should be safe no matter what. So I'm not gonna bench the Scyther. I'm gonna bench the Scyther until I can bench it, attach an energy to it. I could add Acrobat to this deck instead of the uncertain life herbs, I guess. The healing could be good. The healing could be good or useful. We're gonna see the fourth Acrobike. Let me see the fourth Acrobike here. Gonna see a Mysterious Treasure for a Malamar. We do see Judge. Yeah, this is 100% post rotation, so not really fair. Not really a fair battle, but we do have the disadvantage, I think. We're gonna see an Ultra Wall for a Lele, another Lele, I would imagine. And my opponent decides to scoop right there. Okay, so I feel like we haven't really gotten a good game with this deck. Playing against post rotation decks right now when we're still 1 month away from that. Oh well. Let's try one more of this. Against what I assume is once again ZorCargo? Probably. Okay, not the best start. We are going second as well, which is always scary. And hello UCF fan, thanks so much for being here. We do see this Lockman start once again. And my opponent has the raw Bridget here. We need a metal energy off of the next 2 cards. And it is, oh, it is Zorg, Lycanroc Magcargo. Why do they always have the turn 1 parallel? Why do they always have the turn 1 parallel? Okay, so the question becomes, do I attach to the active, do I attach to the benched? Oh boy. I definitely need to thin. I can't use the DOS main because my opponent doesn't have any GX down. I feel like I should attach to the bench and I will pass. Not having any draw supporter though. My opponent double tails. Nope. Zork Magcargo. Yep. We'll target down the energy. If he can. Ultra Roll for Magcargo. Does he have energy as well? Does he already have the energy? Oh no, Ultra Roll for Lele, interesting. Lele for Sycamore? Or Lele for Mallow? He hasn't traded. Do you play Magcargo and Mallow, my friend? Do you play Magcargo and Mallow? You do. You do play Magcargo and Mallow. Oh boy. She does play Mallow and Magcargo. I would assume Magcargo replaces Mallow. I'm gonna see a trade. Field Blower. Another Zork. Flowstone. DC. Yep. Perfect start right there. Doing things a little bit in the wrong order though, like not finishing trading before you retreat. Attaching an energy before not finishing trading. Lots of things, you know? And oh boy. So would I Guzma here then? Guzma the Lele? And let's pass. By the way guys, is the music level okay? Is the music level actually okay? I hope it is. Okay, so it's the energy onto the Lycanroc. We see a Magcargo right off the bat. Those were probably between the prize and the top deck. Those were probably the prize and the top deck. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna see a smooth over. I would assume for either a Kuzma or the second float. Either a Kuzma or the second float. And yeah, I mean, I was saying that this would probably destroy Zork. Apparently not so much. Not when you don't play draw supporters though. Energy, okay. Pablo, what do you think is needed to take Pokemon to esport level or Magic the Gathering level at least? And is Pokemon TCG headed in that direction? I think they would like to lead it to that direction. If they are, then they're doing things very slowly. What it would need is a lot more coverage. Yeah, it would need 100%, a lot more coverage, a lot more marketing, and I think bigger prizes like cash prizes all the way up to top 128. Honestly, cash prizes all the way to top 128. I think that's what would be required for like regionals to grow to the sizes of pro tours and whatnot. They also need to be less lenient with sponsors. They need to allow and encourage sponsorships. Yeah. And yeah, like the fact that we have no information on the next season yet is a big deal. Like they really need to step it up with their communication with the players, I think. I don't see anything we can do at this point to make a comeback here. Okay. And that's just not good enough. I'm gonna concede. And yeah, so basically the the verdict on this deck is that it needs more draw, right? It 100% needs more draw supporters. I'm not gonna be playing this deck more, however I will be changing these things in case you guys want to try it. I think the life herbs are too gimmicky, and I think just straight up 3 Sycamore. I think straight up 3 Sycamore would help in making sure that you get somewhere with this deck, because that's been the issue, right? That is 100% been the issue. 12 draw supporters should be good to make the deck flow a little better. However, that will be all for Scizor GX, guys. Sorry that it wasn't the best deck. It's just a new concept that I was trying out. I thought it would have a good time against Zork, but it turns out that between all the mulligans and the dead draws, it really just wasn't getting anywhere. So now we're going to be using Yveltal Hoopa. That's going to be our next deck, so don't go anywhere, guys. I will be right back.